that is a sandwich these days in Joe Biden's economy. And of course, as you guys just saw there, we are talking about Bidenomics today. The truth about Bidenomics, that is, because of course, leftist media and Joe Biden and Democrats want to make it sound and seem as if this is a great economy, as if we don't have to go to the grocery store and we aren't buying groceries and going to the gas pump and pumping gas, as if that's all just like a dream to us, like an illusion or something, like we're just sleepwalking. Goodness gracious. I literally can't believe that they sit up here and try to lie to folks and say, oh, well, the economy's great, guys. It's amazing. And we're walking into the grocery store and seeing prices at what they are. Like, this is, the fact that they are even attempting that is just mind-boggling to me. But we also got to talk about The View and Whoopi Goldberg's crazy statement. But we got several clips to get into first before we get to that. So like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in. Nearly $100. What the? That's $100.
Yes, but I just want to grab a steak.
That is insane. Insane. But not even all the prices high at the grocery store, but even at fast food joints where you used to be able to just grab something cheap, quick, and go, that's not even cheap anymore.
I just paid over $10 for 2 burritos and a drink, whereas in the past that would be half that cost.
It's not cheap. It looks cheap, but it's not.
Usually you could go and you could get, cheap value menu items and get full.
I remember when White Castles were 8 and 10 cents.
We just don't do it as often anymore because the prices are really ridiculous.
I could fill it myself for $1. You can't look at anything for $1 at the fast food restaurant.
Meals are like almost $30 for just a burger and some fries. You probably don't want to pay only $5 for a meal.
I can't say I completely understand why those prices are as strong as they are, but yeah, the Taco Bell's bad, McDonald's, and you're not getting very good food, and it's not a lot of food either.
It hurts your pockets.
I just paid.
You're darn right it hurts your pockets. Places like that aren't even worth going to anymore. Those are like cheap food places. Like bottom of the barrel cheap food places, and some would say even quality food places. And now you're paying quality prices, right? Which doesn't make any sense for the restaurant you're pulling up to. Goodness gracious.
Tonight, Americans hoping to see the Federal Reserve cut interest rates as early as June may now have a longer wait, with inflation climbing for the third straight month.
The prices is too high.
The Consumer Price Index up 3.5% in March from a year ago, fueled by higher costs for rent, car insurance, clothes, medical care, and gas.
I used to fill it up for $35. It was a beautiful thing.
And now it's $45.
$45, and sometimes it's $60 between food and gas. It's had a big impact.
At Alexandria Jones Vintage Shop in Chicago, rent just jumped from $1,400 to $1,800 a month.
I have to do a sale. I have to bring people in just so I can be able to deal with what is, the inevitable of my rent being $400 more than it was.
To combat inflation, the Fed increased borrowing costs to a 22-year high, making it more expensive to pay for a new mortgage, car, or credit card debt. Tonight.
Sheesh. Absolutely insane. And they told us everything was good.
For the third straight month, prices have gone up more than expected, from the rising cost of car insurance and repairs to how much you're paying at the grocery store every week.
Do you know how much one of these costs? $2 freaking dollars. This was $200.
We supposed to skip the power bill this month so we can buy groceries, or the mortgage?
Before the pandemic, all of these groceries, about 30 items, cost $100 on average. Now, 5 years later, according to Nielsen IQ, all this costs 33% more, meaning you'd have to skip about 10 items, like chicken, bread, milk, and bananas to make your $100 budget. For the third straight month.
That is insane. Insane. Went from all that, basically a basket full, right, to just this little section over here. Incredible. Incredible. But as Democrats and Joe Biden have been telling us, the economy is great, guys. It's amazing, and jobs are on the rise. You know, job numbers are on the rise. Employment is on the rise, right? And income is on the rise. Well, to that I say, listen to this Gen Z TikToker here. Check it out.
Somebody explained to me in crayon eating terms why I make over 3 times the federal minimum wage and I cannot afford to live. And I do not want to hear the pull yourself up from your bootstraps, work 90 hours a week. That's not the goal, guys. A 1-bedroom apartment, $1,800. 2-bedroom apartment, $2,200. Who the can afford that? It is embarrassing to come out and say that it is a struggle to survive right now, but I know so many people are struggling. Somebody explained to me in crayon eating terms why I make over 3 times the federal minimum wage and I cannot afford to live.
Just wanted to play that over again. 3 times the federal minimum wage. Can't afford anything still. Incredible. That's Bidenomics for you. Bidenomics. And to that young brother, I say this. I feel for you. I really do. And one of the ways that we can all climb out of this situation, bring that orange man back. Bring the orange man back. He'll get this shit back on the right track. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's sad, man. It's sad, and he's correct. Yeah, working 2-3 jobs shouldn't be the end all be all, right? You should be able to work one solid job, as this gentleman was saying, where you're getting paid 3 times the federal minimum wage, and you should be able to get by at least. I'm not saying you should be living lavish, right? I'm not saying you should be eating steak and caviar or anything like that, but you should live okay. Okay. You should be able to get by, right? Maybe you have $50 to hold you until your next paycheck or something, right? It's not a lavish life, but you're making it. This guy's like, I can't even make it on that, which is just crazy.
Are you better off now than you were in January of 2021?
No, I'm not. I mean, that's me being honest. I'm working 5 times harder. When I calculate everything, hours worked to amount of money bringing in is nowhere near as high as it was.
Just 31% of Americans approve of how Biden is handling this economy, 56% disapprove, and this is interesting. Just 13% of Americans say they've gotten better financially since the president took office.
Who are these 13% of folks? I would love to know, because that is just crazy. But, now let's get into what The View had to say, because it is quite ridiculous, okay? Quite ridiculous.
I see this a little bit differently, and Jon Stewart actually made the point that even if you support Biden, no one should be immune from criticism, and there's no bigger cheerleader of Joe Biden than Ron Klain, the brilliant strategist who helped get him elected the first time, and people came for David Axelrod, who's a huge Biden supporter. This is what I hear from voters, because you guys know I want Trump to lose. I'm not a Biden supporter, but what I hear when I talk to undecideds is the grocery bills are...
Yes, but if people knew civics, they would know that that's not his... Listen, he doesn't...
There are absolutely things that Biden can do to address it, and grocery prices have jumped 25% over 4 years.
What can he do?
Hang on real quick. This is the reality. It's the most immediate and repetitive thing. You have to buy groceries every week.
We get that. We get all of that. But the question is, what What do you want him to do? Because what can he do?
He can challenge the major grocery chains if he wants to. There are things that he can do with that. He can encourage the Fed to do.
Can he take them to court?
So far, we're in a free country.
I would say,
let her answer.
No, there are a number of things that can be done, but to just say, I wash my hands, that's not my problem, you can't afford groceries.
Can he take them to court? Because
no, it's not a matter of taking them to court.
I see what you're saying. Even as campaigning on things like that helps, because I think also making room for immigration would be helpful here. One of the things, if you're looking towards the election, if you want to grab people and get them voting, immigration is one of the most agreed upon problems.
But here's the problem. He
Whoopi accused the American folks of not knowing civics. Yeah, they went there, or she went there, and Sunny Holston was agreeing, right? She was co-signing the whole thing. So, yeah, they went there. What a shame, man. What a shame. Goodness gracious. Tell me how detached you are from reality without telling me how detached you are from reality. Goodness gracious. Wow. I just had to show you guys that because I just thought it was an absolutely absurd clip considering the circumstances. Just absolutely ridiculous. As always, of course, it's the only time we watch The View. It's because they say some of the most outlandish things that don't make any type of sense at all. But yeah, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.